So for today's What Wednesday question, we're going to answer the question, what has been your favorite RVing memory so far?
What, right?
The question we get a lot is, what's been your favorite place to visit? And that's a really tough question to answer because, man, everything is so different. I mean, some of our favorite places to visit, New York was actually pretty neat. I don't know that I'd want to live in a big city like that, but it was definitely one of those that just kind of took your breath away because you saw it top places. And
I describe New York as kind of like the capital of the Hunger Games. Like, it just felt like a new world. So I think that's what made it so cool. It's just not like anything we've ever seen before.
And I felt like I was in the Hunger Games. I had no clue where I was going, what I was doing. I know we stood out like a sore thumb. It's funny how your guys that are yelling on the street, I mean, they know who the tourists are. I mean, I was so frustrated. I'm like, we blend in, and we didn't blend in at all. So.
We always talk about how much we love Texas, too, and, like, Austin was a really cool area. Really loved Colorado, obviously, because we're not leaving.
If we hate it, we're really torturing ourselves.
So I feel like every time we go somewhere new, like when we did our Virginia route or something, every time we're like, oh, this is the best, and then we go and we see something else and we're like, oh no, this is it. So it's really hard because just every place has so much to offer.
You know, we're having a hard time telling you what our favorite is, and you talk to different people and they'll have different favorites. And so I'm excited that there's places that people have said is their favorite place that we haven't even been to yet. But as far as an RVing memory, I think that's a little different. It's kind of like that aha moment of, man, we're really doing this, or wow, this is awesome. For me, one of our first routes we went on was to Florida, and we went all the way down to the Florida Keys. We pulled up to this, I can't remember the name of the resort.
Yes, I think somebody mentioned.
I think we read they're tearing it down to make condos, so wow, just man. But you pull up to this resort and just the sun was setting as we came in that day, and you could see it through our big windshield. We walked out, just walked to it and took pictures, and it's kind of like an aha moment of, wow, I can't believe we're doing this type thing.
We actually made it.
Yeah, that was part of the, we'd already broken down, I think, 3 times before that. So it was finally, we made it somewhere without too many issues, I think, on that route. So that was, to me, just seeing that sunset in the Keys. I think just because it was early on. We've definitely seen some awesome sunsets since then in other places. But that was, I think, when it first hit me.
I think it's crazy, too, that I never really noticed sunsets too much before this experience. But I feel like we really, I guess, have more time and more ability to sit and enjoy the sunsets, which is something we didn't get to do before. So
usually by the time the sun's setting, you're worn out, you're at home and just kind of vegging out and watching TV or something. But it's awesome to be able to just sit there and relax and watch it.
My aha moment was a little different. It wasn't like a beautiful sunset or, anything like that. It was something as simple as we were eating breakfast together one morning as a family. And I thought of all those times that I had missed those moments, because I think that was one thing that really bothered me when I went to work. I would think about, breakfast time and what they were eating, or that I hated that I wasn't the one that got her out of bed in the morning and, was the first person that she got to see, because working full time as a nurse and having to be gone in the mornings, I would have to start my shift before Hensley was even awake, and then I would get home when it was bedtime. So I feel like I didn't get to enjoy those moments. So I felt like when we were sitting there having breakfast, and it was that aha moment of, we finally made it and it's so worth it. So I think that was just the moment where it hit me that, we were doing what we loved. I was enjoying life. I was doing something that made me happy, and it was totally worth, giving up some space for. Are those wolves?
I don't know. Could be coyotes or something. I'm not sure. We may speed this up. Hensley was saying find the dogs, so
Find them?
yeah, I don't
know if I want to find them.
Either somebody brought a lot of dogs. We know there are
that sounds like a pack of some sort. Yeah. This is about to be our most memorable RV moment.
If we get to remember it. We knew there were squirrels and bear, but they did not mention wild wolves. So those have been a couple of our favorite RVing aha moments for us. And that's the exciting thing, man, if you get on the road. I don't know if you've had a moment like that, share it in the comments. We do read, we try to read all of those. We can't respond to every one of them. Marissa spends a lot of time responding to everything she can. And I respond to some of them as well when they get technical. But
Are you saying I'm not technical?
no, well, no, not. When it gets super technical.
Okay, all right.
Super technical. But along those lines, we've never done this, but we really wanted to have sort of a meetup. We've had a lot of people request to do something like that, and so we actually have a place where we know where we're going to be at a certain time. October 1st, October 9th, we know we're going to be at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque. So it's kind of tricky with the Balloon Fiesta because we don't know where anything is. So I can't say, hey, meet us at the taco stand at 12 p.m. on, or something like that. But somewhere in that time frame, right now, I think it's going to be October 8th. That'll be the second Saturday of the Fiesta. So we'll do it the second Saturday, and we'll just have to probably through social media, because our videos sometimes don't come out the same day as when we're actually there. So probably we'll just have to announce where the meetup's going to be specifically and what time once we get to the Balloon Fiesta and get to check out the area and see where a good spot is.
Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram so we can keep you up to date.
Because we figured there's going to be a lot of RVers at this Fiesta, and there may be a lot of people that live close to Albuquerque as well. So, and it's an excuse. It's definitely something cool if you want an excuse to come check it out, even if you don't want to talk to us. It's supposed to be really cool. So we're looking forward to being there for that event. That's one of our bigger events we actually booked and planned and needed to be at. And that's where we're heading to out of Colorado when we get down there. So keep an eye on those social networks, because YouTube won't necessarily be up to date, and we'll let you know more once we know more.
So if anybody has any suggestions for places to meet, if they've been to the Balloon Fiesta before, make sure to let us know, and we look forward to seeing you guys there.